Whitetails, welcome back to Fishing in Whitetails, Jamaica Fish and Tail. I'm your host, Maya Campbell. So guys, today I'm here with two fish farmers. Yes, they are the specialists behind Gmac farms in Westmoreland to be exact. Now guys, listen up. We're going to ask them some questions for persons who are interested in getting involved in this that you're seeing behind me, the aquaculture farming for fish. So we're going to ask some questions. Tell them who you are once more. Remind Jamaica who you are.
Hi, so I'm Mcleish, and this is
Mcleish,
and we're basically the owners slash mastermind, mostly him, behind Gmac Farms.
Alright, so Gmac Farms, guys, is a
tilapia fish farm.
Yes, so the reared tilapia fish farm. So guys, we're here to talk and to get information from the Mcleish regarding fish farming, specifically tilapia, because that is their area of specialization. So Miss Mcleish, tell Jamaica what is aquaculture so that they can have an understanding of what this is. For the person who don't know, have no clue, it's the first time that they're hearing the word aquaculture, explain to them what it is really.
Alright, so aquaculture is basically the raising, breeding and harvesting of different types of fishes and shellfishes. So it's pretty much just, in summary, farming but underwater.
Alright, so it has to be in an enclosed area, guys, because it is enclosed here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask Mr. Mcleish. Earlier your daughter had explained that you are the mastermind behind this entire concept. What decision led you to establish aquaculture unit? What caused you to create this that we are seeing here today?
Well, with the fish farm, I realized I need something to sustain myself. Okay. So I come up with the idea of doing fish farming, which led me to do this because I find it sustaining for me, and I find it profitable also.
Yes, you wanted to basically find something to sustain yourself and you find it to be profitable.
Yes, so
explain to Jamaica when you say profitable, in what aspect?
Well, even the extent.
Okay.
But what you put into it, you can receive it back and have a profit.
Okay, so you hear that, Jamaica, whatever you insert into your farm regarding tilapia, fish farming, you can make a profit, as the specialist would have indicated earlier.
With good management.
With good management, of course, guys. So with good management, alright? So Mr. Mcleish, is a license required in Jamaica to operate a aquaculture facility?
Alright, so yes, a license is required, and you get your license from fisheries, which is located in, I believe, St. Catherine. Yes. Yeah, so you get your license from fisheries where they would send somebody to the location to basically measure the farm, measure the different sizes of the ponds, the amount of ponds, what you're raising, and to basically give you the full guidance. Then, after registering the farm, they will go ahead and give you your fish license as fish farmers.
Okay, so that's the procedure. So persons who wish to get involved, you can contact, what's the name of that entity again? Tell Jamaica. What's their name again?
Fisheries, they are located in Kingston.
So guys, go to that.
St. Catherine.
Okay, St. Catherine. So they are located in St. Catherine, so you can make contact if you so desire to actually be a part of that business. So they're the person who you would have to speak directly to. Okay, so Mr. Mcleish, how do you care for the type of tilapia that you have here on your farm? What approach do you take in caring for your tilapia as a specialist who rear the fish here?
Based on the size of the fish,
okay,
normally weigh the fish around 3% of the weight, body weight to feed them.
Okay, so you feed according to their body weight, 3% of their body weight.
Yeah.
Why is it 3%?
That's my guidance from fish.
Okay, so technical support indicate that you feed them according to their body size. Body size, 3%.
3 times a day.
Okay, 3 times a day they're 3 times a day they're actually fed. Okay, so has it been working?
Yes.
Are you seeing any changes in the weight or anything like that?
Yes, we're doing fine.
They're doing fine? Okay, is there a specific type of feed that you actually use?
Yes, what I use is hypo.
Okay, so that's the feed, Jamaica, that Mr. Mcleish utilized, that's hyper feed. So the fish eat that 3 times a day. You mentioned earlier that you feed them 3 times a day. Are there specific times of the day that you generally feed them, Mr. Mcleish?
Yes, I feed them 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, 8:30.
12 o'clock in the day.
Okay.
And 4:30 in the evening.
Okay, so you basically said that they have a feeding program. And that is what you actually keep them on. Okay, so how has it been going? Is it difficult?
No.
It's not difficult?
No, I'm enjoying it.
Okay, you're enjoying the process. So let me ask, what are some of the challenges that you face with feeding them as a fish farmer in Jamaica?
Well,
Does the stock that you carry affect how you go about feeding them in terms of cost?
yes, the cost is expensive. And my problem is sometimes you go to the city farm,
Okay.
the outlet they don't buy the food, but it's not food at the moment.
Okay.
So it's kind of be a little, so you have to try to stock up so you have to run out and have that.
Okay, so you have to try and stock based on the amount that you can get currently before anything runs short, based on your location that you actually get your supply, your food supply from. But there's also one question that I'd like to ask regarding feeding. How do you store? What recommendation do you have for persons who wish to store their food? Because they said you have to stock on these food. How you would go about storing? And for example, for you to have them for a quite a period of time, what suggestions do you have for persons who would do something like that you're doing?
You need an environment where far away, like it's a warm, insecure place where you can store food.
You cannot get wet. So Jamaicans, you hear that? You have to ensure that you have an area that is specifically designated for feed. So you store your food there, ensure that it doesn't get wet, and ensure that everything is kept in the right place. Alright, so that's it. So we're going to ask Ms. Mcleish another question. Alright, so number 7. Name 3 of the most hardest challenges that both of you have encountered while operating the aquaculture farm here.
Alright, so 3 challenges would be 1, the cost, predators / the mortality rate, and then 3, the issue of actually getting the stock itself to stock the pond. So for starters, the cost is, well, it's quite a sum because unlike chickens, which is basically like a short turnover time, these fishes are several months. So you have to basically find the capital to purchase feed for extended period of time before you can actually get to see it turnover. So that's one challenge. The mortality rate, we were advised by fisheries that 20% of the fishes are going to die. So they suggest that you should expect a mortality rate of 20% as well as predators. So as my dad had mentioned earlier with the grass along the side of the pond when he was giving me the tour,
Use it as a barrier.
Use it as a barrier for the birds that try to feed on the fishes basically. So they will constantly try to feed on the fishes once that they're at a smaller stage. So that's another issue as well. So usually what you stock the pond with won't necessarily be what you harvest from the pond.
Okay, based on the challenges that are there.
Yes, and the stock is quite challenging to get because a lot of fish farmers are out there trying to get stock from fisheries and other locations, so it's quite competitive.
So you would say that aquaculture as it is in Jamaica is booming?
Yes, it is.
Okay, why would you say it's booming?
Well, not only have we just started to some degree over somewhat of a year and a half now, but other persons have came to us interested in the same market to actually pursue aquaculture themselves.
Okay, so you would say it's good for Jamaica?
Yes, I would say so.
Alright, great. Mr. Mcleish, since you created the business, would you say the business has an impact on securing food for the community? And is it worth investing in? So can you explain to me how has it created an impact on your community here in this area?
Well, in this area, it's a fishing area. We are trying to fish them around, but it's still, the people still not come out and waiting.
So you're anticipating your tilapia. Okay. So it's an impact for everybody here. Okay. Ms. Mcleish, do you personally think that fish farming has the potential to produce vast amount of food for our evergreen nation? Because this is fish that is grown in an enclosed area in comparison to fish that is from the ocean. Do you think aquaculture has the potential to grow as much fish to feed the nation and this aspect?
Well, I personally do think so because it's in an enclosed environment and everything has management to it, right? So that way you can basically structure how much fish you can produce over extended period of time. So it's more, let me say, structured versus just going to the sea and catching fishes, because sometimes you can have a good harvest, sometimes you cannot. So with this now, it's
depending
more,
on the type of fishing method.
yes,
And depending on the type of fish farm that you actually have, right? As well as the management would have to be good for you to actually have a great harvest. Am I correct?
Yes, definitely.
And in comparison to the ocean, you have to think about the challenges of the ocean because here it is maintained.
Yes.
So it's less rigorous.
Yes, and less risky because I do know that there are a lot of challenges with actually harvesting fish in the ocean. There's the issue of being in that environment where you never can know what can happen. So
That's true.
pretty much just having it in your backyard where you're raising it and harvesting it yourself, it's more controlled. So therefore, and also it's a case where you have a better understanding of what you to expect from the fish. So for the harvesting period, you know that you'll end up with a certain size. As my dad mentioned, that you have basically 1 pound or 3/4 pound and basically half pound as a different sizes. So you kind of have like a better expectation when it's managed like this.
And not only that, you can actually scale based on how you feed because as Mr. Mcleish mentioned 3 times a day. So if you give more feed, I guess the size will increase regarding the fish in comparison to the fish that is in the wild. They're just eating whatever is out there to maintain their body weight. But here you control their body weight as well.
Yes, by providing quality feed that provides them with nutrients and proper protein and every single thing, so that their body gets the nourishment that they need. So in this environment, which is more balanced, we have a flow-through system that pulls water from the river and it creates a natural habitat for the fishes, but it's just that they're getting quality food at the same time. So it creates this environment where the fishes, can be at ease and grow, and you know that you're getting quality on your fish.
Okay. You spoke of quality. What about those who have myths regarding tilapia? Some persons would say, I'm not going to try that fish. They're a little bit skeptical. How do we deal with those type of skepticism?
Okay. Alright, and when we have what we call purging from here. Yeah, because we have fun with dirt and we have fun with lime top. So what we do now is if we're going to harvest next week or the another week, we take all the fish from this week now and put them in the purging tank. So if there was any mud cake or anything at all inside of that, we basically keep them inside of that tank to secure here and there where there is no dirt.
Okay, so they won't feed under them?
Yes, so then it becomes like a purge.
Okay, they would actually go through a purging process?
Yes.
Okay, for them to be ready to the harvesting period.
Which makes them taste different.
Okay.
Persons tend to complain, well, a few persons, because a lot of people love our fishes. So a lot of the persons who said that before that they would necessarily like the river fish, prefer the sea fishes. After they try our fish, they definitely said that they love it and they keep coming back.
Okay.
So persons said that they don't like the earthy taste of the fish because it's the river fish and they say it feeds on the mud. So what my dad was basically saying with the purging now, we basically cleanse them so that they don't have that earthy taste because for the last few weeks of before harvesting, they're in a pond that is lined perfectly, no mud or anything.
Okay. So how long does the purging process take?
It can be a week or 2 weeks.
A week?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you know when they have gone through the process thoroughly?
Well, if you have them in the space within that period of time, then it should be
Purged.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's very interesting. Very interesting.
We have to ensure that we keep the taste of a certain standard to, please our clients.
Okay. Whom do you supply with tilapia, might I ask?
Okay. At the moment, we supply local around.
Okay, locals within the community?
Yes. And we have places in Sablamar and places out of town. We pay to them. And we have more places, people from Santa Cruz now.
Whom you guys supply locally. So let me ask you on average, what's the cost per pound for tilapia?
Now we sell 650. Yeah, when I don't scale it, if I scale it, I sell it at 750.
Okay, so it varies depending on if it's scale or if it's not scale. Okay, so let me ask you, how do you recommend? Because I've seen persons traveling with fish, sea fish to go home on ice. How do you generally preserve? How you preserve fish to tilapia?
From
The process to collect them from St. Catherine is interesting.
So I'm curious, how you preserve them?
Okay. I have a tank which I use a container and to transport them with oxygen and everything during the process, coming over and then
Stop them in the pond?
Yeah. As well as incorporate ice to keep the water cold so that they don't get too pot and keep the oxygen flowing right through for the entire journey.
Okay, so let me ask you, Mr. Mcleish, who teach you all of this? Where did you learn all of this?
It was on YouTube.
Okay, so you went on YouTube.
Yeah, I just keep going on YouTube
And you learn about it.
all the classes
Okay.
and see how they go about it. And take it from there. If I'm doing something and I find myself with a little error, I run back to YouTube and check again and come back.
Okay, so you love YouTube.
I have to because it helps me.
Okay, that's good, that's good. So that's your support system as well as, is there anybody else that actually renders support to the farm?
The fisheries
Okay.
from Mr. Kindergarten.
Okay, so he's your technical support guy.
Yes,
Okay, so
he
he's
gives
here
us a
working
lot
with
of
you.
guidance.
Okay, so anybody want to give Mr. Gavin a shout out? You got Mr. Gavin now?
Big up yourself, Mr. Gavin.
Thank you.
Okay, alright, lovely, lovely.
Yeah, but we can reach out to him if we need to do anything, give guidance, you know?
Okay.
He's always there to give us support.
Okay, that's really good. And I
Yeah.
wish you guys here all the best with your aquaculture facility. And I wish you guys success. And I know it's not easy. It can be challenging at times, but all I have to do is keep pushing and keep motivating. Thank you very much, Ms. Mcleish, for having me, Mr. Guy. Thank you very much. I am impressed and I've learned a lot. Jamaicans, let me tell you something I learned too, just like all we do I learn too, right? So I'm not afraid to admit that I'm here learning from every person in the sector. So I just want you to be on this journey with me so you can learn, be a part of this sector. So for persons who actually wish to be involved and invest in Jamaica and invest in fishing, you can invest in Jamaica, right? So you don't have to go to the sea to catch fish, but you could do like Mr. Mcleish. If you have some money and you wish to invest, is it a lot of money, by the way, Mr. Mcleish?
No, you can take it state by state. You know.
Okay, so you
If
hear
have
that, guys?
21 time, you can go with what you have and go and more. That's
Explain to Jamaica. So Mr. Mcleish said if it's that you wish to invest in aquaculture, we don't have a bag of money, people, because we don't really did it so yet, and you wish to start something in aquaculture, you can do it in stages and gradually build on that until you have a farm like Gmac farm. So if it's a case where you choose to invest, whom do they reach out to again for them to get their fish? If they choose to reach to this stage and they want to start their business.
Alright, so you guys can reach out to fisheries. They're located in St. Catherine, and you can just simply Google the number and the information will come up. You give them a call, tell them your interest, and they will definitely send somebody to guide you, give you the support and direction when it comes on to all of this. You're not all by yourself. And as my dad mentioned, there's YouTube, but he kind of underplayed that, because outside of that, he has cool knowledge, so he did incorporate that as well. But he did give you the walkthrough so you can have a little understanding of what to do.
Okay, so guys, don't sit there, because Mr. Mcleish said he wanted to sustain himself, he wanted something. So if you have an idea and an interest in this particular field, take up the opportunity and grab the wheel by the horn and move at it. Support our local farmers and fish farmers in Jamaica. Buy fish, eat fish, and remember to eat fish. Fish is rich in omega-3 fatty acid. Bye Jamaica. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.